Today we are going to be working with the Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem. So we're on page 282. And I know you guys have all learned the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But I'm going to offer you a new way to do this. Not a new way to do it, but a new way to look at it. And it would be leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse. Hypotenuse squared. And the reason this one's more accurate is because they're not always labeled A, B, C. Sometimes it's S, T, Q. And then sometimes folks get confused with, well, which one's A, which one's B? Well, we know that on every triangle, we have a leg, and we have a hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse on a 90-degree triangle is always opposite. The hypotenuse is always opposite the 90 degrees. It's always opposite the 90 degrees. So it's leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So there's your thing. I'd rather you guys learn it. Leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. Now, keep in mind the Pythagorean theorem only works on right triangles. Only right triangles. Only right triangles. So if it doesn't have a 90 degree, you cannot use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, if it doesn't have a 90 degree, you can't use the Pythagorean theorem. Now, let's do an example. Let's do two examples. Let's say we had a 3 and a 4, and we want to know what x is. Well, there is no x in here. Oh, but x is on the hypotenuse. So we know that 3 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. 9 plus 16 equals x squared. 25 equals x squared. And then I have to square root both sides, and x equals 5. So this side is 5. 3, 4, 5. Look at this. 3, 4, 5. So this is what's known as a Pythagorean triple. So Pythagorean triple is one that comes out perfectly. So 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25. Those are Pythagorean triples. These are multiples of Pythagorean triples. If I multiply each by 2, multiply each by 3, by whatever, by x, I get the same thing. So these are Pythagorean triples. Now, what if I have if I have a right triangle and I have a 4 and a 7? It's not on here. So if I don't have a Pythagorean triple, what do I have? Well, 4 squared plus 7 squared equals x squared, right? The hypotenuse we'll just call x. 16 plus 49 equals x squared. 16 and 49 is 65 equals x squared. I square root both sides. I go on my calculator and I get x equals 8.06. So it's not 8.06 perfectly. It's an irrational number, but for our purposes, 8.06. So this would not be a Pythagorean triple, right? It doesn't end up perfectly like these nice whole numbers. Okay, so that's how you do the Pythagorean theorem. Now there's one piece to add to this, and that is we did leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. But what if it's greater than the hypotenuse? What if it's greater than the hypotenuse? Or what if a squared plus b squared is less than the hypotenuse? Well, if we do it, then if it's greater than the hypotenuse, it is an acute triangle. And if leg squared plus leg squared is less than the hypotenuse, then it's an obtuse triangle. So let's try it. I don't know why they flipped it around and they did a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and then here they put the c on this side. I think that's kind of lame. I'm going to rewrite this. A squared plus b squared is greater than c squared, and a squared plus b squared is less than c squared. So let's just do a random one, and we'll see what we get. Let's do, I don't know if it's acute or not acute. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to say 6, 7, and 10. So we have 6 squared plus 7 squared equals, we don't know if it's equals, greater than, or less than 10 squared. So 36 plus 49 equals 100 squared. So 36 and 49. $85. So you have 85 is less than 100. 85 is less than 100. So we have less than, so here it is. So 6, 7 equals obtuse, because our leg squared plus leg squared is less than our hypotenuse. So less than our hypotenuse equals obtuse. So there you go. If it's greater than the hypotenuse, it's going to be acute. There you go. Your homework's on page 284. You're going to end up doing 1 through 9. That's it. All right. Enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions.